defense. I don't know exactly what that means, but I do know there
is off with Queiroz. Here comes Clark. Down the floor. Touchdown.
Fire.
Here's Clark. Off the turnover. Clark dishes. Boston floats it in. Banker will not go for De Oliveira. And here comes Clark. Clark backdoor. Nice find.
And we brought this up earlier too with Jordan Canada sustaining the injury in the first play of the game against Washington in the preseason game. We've been told that it's the right knee. She will be at the glass, couldn't connect.
It's a nice hesitation by Walker Kimbrough. A little bit of contact, but not enough to get the call. Cece with the hand tools behind the back.
The dish on the inside to from Iowa and South Carolina, getting a little taste of that in the WNBA. DeWanna Bonner, triple free throw line in this ball game. Bree Jones off the mark.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention how Ryan Howard's 7 points, all in the second quarter, just ignited this team. You had Tivina Pau.
Tried to go behind the back, mismanaged it. The product out of Maryland was originally drafted by the Valkyries. And that's short as well for Naz Hillman. Full court.
Ends up caroming to Hull. Here's Clark in transition. Clark, oh, what a look. And Hull lays. Off to Clark. Guarded by Atkins. Directing traffic. Here's Clark. Hitting Boston. Boston fakes and late. Trick question.
Yes.
Boston gives it back. Clark to Boston. Her jumper in. Rebound Clark, her fifth. Here's Clark spinning. Bouncing. What a find. Well, Clark couldn't handle it. 6 to shoot. Here's Boston. Will fire a three. Boston the board. Her ninth. Here's Clark in the open floor. Clark gives it up. Gets it back. Clark looking to take Williams, finds Boston in.
We hope, like, it's, see and take more ideas.
You guys start the Eastern Conference Finals on Wednesday. What does that mean?
Closes in on a triple-double, 2 assists, 1 rebound away. Clark leading Mitchell for the lead. Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces to her. Boston. Alicia Gray has it denied. Boston sends it back. Clark with numbers. Bounce pass Howard.
Different times during the game. Situational defense will be better because they have all those things. I think that's a combination of why they're going to have a much better defensive effort.
There's Howard pops free and misses on a 3 ball. There's Clark off to the races. Clark inside. Hole runs into traffic, flips it up.
Under duress.
Now Howard with numbers. Bounce pass ahead. Mitchell. Next one.
The other thing they're trying to speak into existence is 6 or 7 players averaging double figures. They believe it.
5-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Under 20 seconds to go in the first half. Atlanta has led for nearly the entirety of it. Weaver are back within 4. Clark bouncing. Boston finishing.
There's that drag screen.
Bouncing for Boston. Boston lays it.
Guarding Caitlin Clark. It's about even on the game in shot clock, so they're hold for the last shot of this quarter. Caitlin gets it back, tries to send it over. Cunningham.
You know what? That's been a few times they went down to the end of the shot clock as Howard slips through and
Found the space, couldn't get the bucket. Here comes Caitlin Clark.
that they did not win against the Fever one game last season, and the last game of the season was an overtime one where she dropped 36 points.
A 3 in this game. Stops on the dime, looking to pull up, finds Aaliyah Boston, who gets the...
See Feebish starting off on Caitlin Clark. New York was pretty coy about how they would defend her. Boston, the roll, the count. Short on the jumper.
Well, you want to make Sabrina dribble into her shots if possible.
Mitchell gets behind the second
shot.
When you have players like Ionescu and Caitlin Clark, the way that you defend them, your team slants. Boston gets another easy catch and finish. And to your point, those right-handed layups.
I mean, they have 9 baskets, and I have them unofficially with 7 right-handed layup. Off-season work. She said October 20th she took a break. Beginning of November she was back in the weight room.
She talked about doing a lot of cardio. Clark over the top. Boston. Three-pointer way off target. And now you've seen a couple of consecutive stops for the Fever.
Now Caitlin's going to wait for Aaliyah Boston here.
Goes over the top. Boston, the catch. Plays. It's hustle plays. It's finishes at the cup from other players. And talks about the supporting cast around Caitlin Clark this year that she doesn't have to shoulder the whole load. Boston, the floater.
New York. It's the first time Kennedy Burke has missed a 3 in the last 3 games. She had made 7 in a row over her last 2.
With their opponents, miss for Ionescu, and here comes Clark. This is one thing you get with Clark is great pace and great passes.
Just out there having a good time with it all.
The Stewie certainly can appreciate what Caitlin is doing. Now Caitlin going to drive around Stewart. Hull left open moments. Ionescu was blocked by Boston. Clark looking for some options. Hull spots up for 3 and hits. Boston told Mitchell to slow down and get it over to Clark. And then a perfect. Well, she will certainly take the win. Indiana trying to get back to 500 and hand New York its first loss of the season. Caitlin wisely killing some more clock. And maybe
Connect on the 3. She hit 3 of those her last visit here. Rivers is an impressive-looking rookie out of it.
She averaged 28.1 feet and 7 triples. And keep in mind the Fever had 17 as a team.
Oh, Clark just took it away. It's a 2-on-1. Clark bounce pass, pretty steps back and can't connect. It's been easily her best year. 3rd year in her WNBA in terms of setting up her teammates. Clark behind the back, feet inside. 2 more for Howard.
Shut off, and Boston got the rebound. Crowd wanted a foul. No call. Here's Clark. And she pulls it out. The dish inside to Howard. In this lead. Thornton on the run, no good. Boston, another rebound. Indiana riding a 2-game winning streak. Again, they'll play Minnesota in the Commissioner Cup final July 1st. As Boston catches, and Thornton can't respond. And here comes Clark. It's a 9-0 Fever run. Make it 11. Clark. Down low, Howard again. And she's staying in there right now. Talbot's at the scorer's table. That's Howard breaking. Into Clark. Clock going down. Caitlin Clark passing. It's Boston at the buzzer.
Scary times, too, when you have those open looks from 3 off of the offensive rebound, but just couldn't get to go.
That's 4 fouls on Kayla Thornton, and Coach Nakase has her staying in the game in 12 minutes off the bench. Clark. Couple screens. Now has the rookie Bibby on her. Clark driving, dishing, Colson, up fake, and up. Clark being dogged by Hayes. Now the switch, Bibby's on her.
Becky Hammond wants to see Jackie Young attacking the basket. She's 9th in the league in scoring. Here's Caitlin Clark. Jackie Young starts on her. We expect to see a lot of different defenders. And there's the 2. Stokes. Got to take it away by Clark. He read it perfectly. Here she is on the move. Has Howard. And Carter and other elements on the floor. Asia with the miss from the baseline. And now Boston able to bring the ball up. Gets it from Caitlin and Lloyd with the miss. Vegas has missed 5 straight shots. Caitlin already with 3 assists and gets it.
me when she gets the ball at the elbow area and is allowed to go left or forces her way left. She's so difficult to defend.
Her first basket missed her first 3 shots of the game. A terrific bounce pass.
Actually, lately, how they've been shooting the 3 ball as well.
Yeah, a lot of new faces there in the post-Diana Taurasi era. Alyssa Thomas leading the league in assists, basket in that first quarter, and that's a good way to start things off defensively.
Yeah, Indiana continuing to trap Gray.
And Asia Wilson starting the second quarter on the bench. Nye Evans, 2 bench players in there to start the quarter. Clark again, great job. Pretty much after she took the shot, it was going to be short. Wilson picked up Clark.
And then spot 15 to 17 feet and draining the shot.
Clark, Boston, the first quarter. Vegas trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Stokes out on Clark, but she finds Boston. What a second half for Asia. Ball inside, Boston was able to
back the door. Fans on their feet, 18,000 strong here. A sold-out crowd at Climate Pledge Arena. Dumping it low, Aaliyah Boston gets... She only has 21 free throws this season, but it's actually more than she had last season, so she really didn't...
And defensively, always take it up a notch. That offense leads to better defense.
Clark gets by Clark. Caitlin by Alicia and sets... 3-point shooting. Starting to look Seattle's way. Boston running the other way. Ooh, there's a wolf right there, and it's stolen away. Clark up top. Lexi Hull pump fakes Cook, and so has Mitchell. She's got it now. Ezzie pops out on her on the switch. Here's Clark inside Boston in the face of Ezzie and gets it.
There's Veronica Burton dialing up a 3. Look how quickly Indiana gets in transition. That's just such a change. Bounce pass to Burton, who can't finish inside.
5 on 4.
Clark tries to take advantage. Hull, Wilson, good hands. Comes up with a block. Clark bouncing. Dantis hit. Late launches and misses. This time it's Cunningham. Ahead to Clark. 3 on 2. Clark lofts it up. Tips and pulls it down. On Wednesday by 19 are looking to get the taste out of their mouth from a difficult night against the Golden State Valkyries. Here's Caitlin Clark on the drive. Sets up Boston. And she free. What a first quarter for Jordan Canada, who's got 10 points. As Clark pounces in Mitchell. Gray on the other end gets inside. Howard pulls down the rebound, and here is Clark. Clark feed inside. Mitchell with the NBA. But Jordan Canada continues to dial it up from 3. She's got 21 points. Boston. She will be first before it's all said and done. Atlanta spinning inside. Nice move to get to the rim. Couldn't finish when she got there. Now here is Clark. Eyes ahead. Lob inside. Finds Boston right on.
Up a little bit for the Fever.
Here is McDonald off the mark on a 3. Oh, look at Sophie Cunningham coming out of nowhere to get the offensive rebound. Indiana has 10 of them tonight.
Up stats from the shooting slump Steph Curry went through. She said that made her feel a lot better. That Paige Beckers from Caitlin Clark land on her home floor. Here's Clark off the give and go, extra feed, and the... Buy tickets at WNBA.com/WLive. The signage around this city has been incredible in anticipation of All-Star. Nice lead there. Clark.
Attack the closeout.
Clark, the rejection of Quinterly. Clark, the flick ahead. Oh, beautifully done. Touchdown, Fever. A few minutes off at the start of the second. Lee Yaru can't hit the 3. Indiana on a 9-2 run. Clark, 4 assists, 7 points. Beckers, 7 points, 2 assists. Here's Clark. Bounces. Boston takes. And posting Clark. And Hull comes in with a steal. Here comes Indiana. Clark back in. Off to Hull. Catch. Fire. You bet. Ooh, keeps it alive. Agumbwale trying to get on the board. Still can't. Here's Clark flicking ahead. Mitchell alone lays it in. Nice work from Leah Rue.
She is a very nice compliment to this Dallas team.
12 points for Leah Rue now.
Both in her post game, and she's shown the ability to hit from deep.
Boston, short. Duntis a three. Off. Timpson, again, another offensive rebound.
Timpson's long arms. She has a 6'10 wingspan. It allows her to tip basketballs over bigger players.
Clark dumps it. Duntis able to age Beckers.
The degree of difficulty on some of her shots today.
Clark around the Boston screen. Clark probing, dishing, gets it back. Thought about the three. Gives it up. Boston lays it in. Not that time. Rebound poked in the air. Hines Allen has it knocked away. Here's Clark flicking ahead. Mitchell the catch. And the fifth. Here's Clark off the screen. Through the lane. Feeds Howard. Another.
You see Tina Charles with the responsibility of guarding Aaliyah Boston. High hedge on the ball screen on Clark.
Inside perfectly.
Sanaya Rivers is so quick off the bounce, in transition, is an outstanding defender.
8th overall pick out of NC State this year. Clark to Hull. Spin, shoots, and offensive rebound by Nelson Adota. And this time she was stuffed by Howard. Hull spots up and of her career. That's the most in WNBA this year.
She continues to stack them, create some distance at the top.
Cunningham. Caitlin Clark. 4 assists in the first quarter.
There's that big hedge from Nelson Adota again. She has been active.
Bounce.
I like the look from Bria Hartley. Connecticut has been doing such a great job every time they touch the paint. They also have to continue to offensive rebound.
Caitlin Clark has scored the last 9 points for Indiana.